Hello, this project was made by Andri, Artem, Ingimar and Magnús. This video is about humanity's future beyond Earth and the reason to consider SpaceX's plans to colonize Mars. Main subtopics are about the motives to explore other habitable planets and SpaceX's plans for the next 6 years. We chose to talk about SpaceX because it is the most advanced private space transportation company and aerospace manufacturer. They design, manufacture and launch advanced rockets and spacecrafts. Their ultimate goal is to enable people to live on other planets. If they will succeed, the future of work, even beyond Earth, will be filled with jobs for people of most industries. SpaceX has more than 6,000 employees at its HQ in Hathrow, California. They have 3 launch facilities, one in Florida, the second one in Texas, and the third one in California. They have offices all around the United States and suppliers in all 50 states. So, why should we consider colonizing Mars? What are the motives? SpaceX's motive boils down to 3 main factors that contribute to the idea of colonizing another planet. These 3 factors are overpopulation, global warming, and exploration. As we can see on this graph, population on Earth is expected to increase rapidly over the next 80 years, reaching 11.2 billion by the year 2100. This pursues humanity to seek new living opportunities, maybe on other planets. In an overpopulated environment, the numbers of people might be more than the available essentials material for the survival, such as transportation, water, shelter, or even food. This regularly contributes to the worst environment, worsening in the quality of life, or even disintegration of the population. This motive encourages us even more to be aware of our current condition on Earth to prevent this from happening. Global warming is projected to have a number of effects on the ocean. Ongoing effects include rising sea level due to thermal expansion and melting of glaciers and ice sheets, and warming of the ocean surface, leading to increased temperature stratification. This has a negative effect on the living standards of all species on Earth. If something were to happen on Earth, you need humans living somewhere else. I think you need multiple paths to survival, and this is one of them. This was said by SpaceX President Gwynne Shotwell. Beyond transforming humanity into spacefaring civilization, it could also preserve the species. Elon Musk wants to send humans to Mars, and it could happen as soon as 2025. He has outlined a plan to get people to the Red Planet, with bold vision and refueling rockets to Planet Hop and explore the furthest reaches of the solar system. SpaceX is aiming for the fast timeframe from 2019 and beyond. In 2019, SpaceX is set to hold the first hop test for its Mars-bound Starship this year. Seeing if the rocket can jump a few hundred kilometers, assuming all goes well, it's on to the next stage. The first orbital Starship prototype might arrive as early as June. In 2020, SpaceX will be working on the next stage of Starship tests. In 2020, the test will cover the booster, as well as high altitude, high velocity flights. The team is expected to conduct a number of test flights before actually placing anyone on board. 2022 could be the first year that SpaceX reaches Mars. Elon Musk suggested in 2017 that in 2022 we could see at least 2 unmanned ships make their way to Mars. Earth and Mars will be suitably aligned, which only happens roughly every 2 years. However, SpaceX is focusing more on moon missions at the moment, but SpaceX plans to send ships to Mars as soon as the planets align. In 2023, SpaceX will send 6 to 8 people on a trip around the moon using the Starship. This is not a Mars-focused mission, but its success will be a good future manned mission. This mission is the first major mission for the Starship. In 2024, Mars and Earth will be suitably aligned to send a rocket. If SpaceX succeeds in 2022 and has sent 2 cargo ships, the next step is to send a crew to Mars. The plan is to send 2 cargo ships and 2 cruise ships, taking the first people to Mars. 2025 marks the earliest point at which SpaceX plans a Mars colony could start to take shape. $10 billion is the amount that SpaceX expects to spend on its Mars colonization efforts in the coming years. SpaceX hopes to transport around 1 million people to Mars over the next 50 to 100 years. The question is, where do we draw the line in cost for the longevity of human existence? I think fundamentally the future is vastly more exciting and interesting if we are a spacefaring civilization and a multi-planet species than if we are or not. You want to be more inspired by things. You want to wake up in the morning and think the future is going to be great. And that's what being a spacefaring civilization is all about. That was quoted by Elon Musk in September 2017. According to the resources we've found in this semester, it will not be long till we start having scheduled departures to the outer space. As to now, it costs a lot to send passengers. As Elon Musk said, we will have to manufacture spacecrafts that are reusable or keep the cost as minimum as possible. The SpaceX Mars mission creates a lot of jobs, and as SpaceX and Elon colonize Mars, they are creating jobs and careers on Mars for ambitious scientists, engineers, biologists, and a lot of professionals. Mars will be the newest workplace in the future. Also, SpaceX will need people for the next 50 to 100 years to transport back and forth from Earth to Mars, and also there will be a huge amount of people working around the mission in various roles. Now we thank you for listening to this video and have a great day.